Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Bea and this is where I talk about knitting and crochet, and today I want to work on some of my projects and watch cat people. So if you're not familiar, Cat People is an incredibly campy film that I found on BBC iPlayer, which you can watch if you're in the UK, or if you have a VPN you can access it from anywhere in the world. And I'm going to turn you around and show you the thumbnail that's looking back at me right now as I get ready to watch this. Oh, hello. Okay, so the reason I want to watch that film today is because I have so many tiny little projects that I just need to frog or finish, and I want to do it today. And the film is only an hour long and it just sounds intensely camp. The synopsis is a horror classic in which a woman's mysterious origins hide a deadly curse threatening to destroy all those close to her. Curse? She turns into a panther when angered or aroused. This is like a PG, so I have no idea. I think we're going to be very heavy in the subtext. I think this is filmed in the 50s. But yeah, I actually studied cinema and I know a lot about cinema, especially classic cinema, and I am very unfamiliar with this. I'm sure I've mentioned it or referenced it in an essay and then completely forgot about it. There is also Cat People too. But it's that autumnal time of year, it's getting a little bit colder, I'm finishing up some projects today and I just want to watch something that's chill, easy to follow. I've done a few blogs like this before, they are fantastically unpopular, but I love them, and when I get a comment from someone saying that they were watching along with me and working on their project, that just warms my heart. So the way that I normally do it is I start watching the film and then I'll stop halfway through and update you on how I'm doing with my project and also my thoughts on what we've watched so far, and then I'll watch the rest of it and then do a little wrap up at the end. Okay, so the project I'm going to be working on, first of all, it's just a baby blanket for my friend, which she has had the baby a long time ago, so I really need to crack on. Half the squares I've done they're all blocked, so half of them are plain white, half of them I've got this little flower, and I just need to join them all together. I've got some of the yellow from the centre that I'm going to join them together, but I need to look up the join as you go method. I know once I get into it, I go pretty fast, so I'm predicting I should be able to get this done in the first half of the film, so that's going to be the first 35 minutes. If I do get it done, which would be nice, I also have this project which was originally going to be a toiletries bag for my dad, because this is his favourite colour, but I've done it in linen stitch, which is the most lovely drapey crochet stitch you can possibly use, and why would I use that for a bag that needs structure? And I've realised I should just buy a pattern. So what I want to do is these two halves, because it was meant to be kind of like that. These two halves are just seamed together, so I'm going to unseam, I'm going to go around the edges with the last of this, and I'm going to turn them into two just little household cloths to wipe stuff up, and then maybe sew in the edges. So those are my two projects I'm going to be working on this afternoon. But yeah, I'm probably going to be also talking about spoilers in this, I'm not going to be doing an elaborate, oh well this thing happened and who knows, I'm just going to talk about it, so just, all right, let's go. And that's the halfway point. Absolutely ridiculous that I thought I was going to do that entire blanket in half an hour and had backup projects. We're at the 35-minute point now, so half an hour. I've got this much done. So yeah, it'll be amazing if I have another line done this show. To be fair to me, I was using the worst crochet hook in the world. Look at this, it's from Soster and Chen and it's just awful. And this slides off as well. Absolutely cannot recommend their hooks at all. I'm going to donate this for someone else, and so I have replaced it and I have been getting on a lot quicker. But yeah, there was never any worry that I was going to run out of projects. I also have knitting over there as well in case I run out of stuff. I genuinely have no concept of time or how long things take me. Let's talk about the film. So this is the first time I've seen it. I really like it in that it feels kind of like watching a cinematic short story, you know? I mean, that's partly just because it is really, really short, but It feels very kind of like everything's sped up, everything's condensed down. We've seen their entire relationship. I love in the first 5 minutes, Oliver, the main guy, is like, oh hey, you're inviting me up to your house for tea, you make everything so simple. And so I was immediately like, wow, this has got X-rated for the time very quickly. Like, I don't know how they'd get away with that. And then it was like, oh, apparently they just had tea. And now we're 3 months into their marriage and they've not had sex, and I guess they've never had a fight either, because yeah, Ingrid, Irina with her whole Catwoman legacy. Yeah, I don't know what I expected from this. I didn't really read much about it beforehand. That whole side of things, I was like, oh, are we gonna get some kind of spooky Balkans law or something? No, of course not. There is no law. It's just Americans doing vaguely Eastern European accents, talking about back home in the village. So I told my friend who is Serbian herself that I was watching this, and she said that actually some of it is based on Serbian law about cat people, which I'm like, okay, that's an internet wormhole for me to disappear down later. But in terms of the film, yeah, they're not really doing much to kind of like bring that, drop my crochet hook, they're not doing much to bring that to the fore, really, are they? It's very kind of like, it's that weird kind of American where they all speak in such kind of refined voices that half the time I'm like, is this an American accent? Is this a British accent? But then of course you have to remember at the time British actors were speaking with even more kind of like posh received English. But yeah, kind of enjoying it. I feel like everyone is just competing to be who is the most problematic. Like, is it Oliver for like telling his wife's secrets to everyone? Is it the wife for giving up on therapy? Is it the therapist for telling her she shouldn't tell her husband anything of what's going on? Don't even know, but excited to watch the next half, so see you at the end. Oh hey, so my partner just came in and saw what I was watching and reminded me, because he studied cinema as well, this film is famous for having like the first jump scare in history. Like, it's not happened yet, so this is like fully a spoiler, and I'm not going to tell you like when or how it happens, but yeah, it was like, it's seen as kind of, even though it's just a pretty basic 1940s, it was made in the 1940s apparently, 1940s horror, it's seen as cinematically significant because it has a jump scare. I'm kind of also coming in because I feel like it's a very U-rated, PG-rated film, so if like me, you are a like massive horror wimp and don't like scary stuff when it's actually scary, you might want to go on doesthedogdie.com to find out what the jump scares are. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's like too intense, but yeah, just, and as soon as you said that, I remembered reading about this and actually how significant it was and everything, and how it kind of, yeah, apparently it like inspired Hitchcock and all the rest of it. So yeah, just random little fact for us all. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, fantastically happy that Dr. Judd was killed. Like, yes, exciting. Also want to believe the spirit of Irina lives on, which I think it does in The Curse of the Cat People, which is also on iPlayer at the minute, and I'm probably going to watch. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Felt like it was a lot more cinematic than I was expecting, especially the shots of the pool, and also when they were kind of like in their workplace thinking she was stalking them. Would recommend to even a non-horror fan. Also quite enjoyed watching out for the jump scare. So did you see it with the bus? Groundbreaking, you wouldn't think it now watching it, but yeah, at the time. And I've got a decent amount of the blanket done as well. I think I'm gonna watch the follow-up, like The Curse of the Cat People, and carry on working on this. The Curse of the Cat People is a lonely young girl conjures up the spirit of Irina, her father's first wife, a woman who believed herself to be descended from a cat. So it sounds like we've got more of Alex in play. So that was the other woman, who I found was a bit, I feel like Alex could have done better than Oliver, and I feel like Oliver and Irina could have actually had quite a happy asexual marriage if they hadn't had the pressure from society that they had to consummate it. Like Oliver never seemed particularly actually romantically attracted to Irina, and I feel like in a different world they could have had a very different marriage, but that would not have been as scary or as exciting, would it? So yeah, I guess we've got Oliver and Alex's daughter in the next one carrying on the curse, and it didn't end well for Irina, did it? But maybe the daughter will do better in the next. Alright, thanks for watching with me. If you were working on any projects yourself, please do tell me about them in the comments. I really love hearing about it. And yeah, just like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Bye!